Here today, talking about a little quirk, a little nuance in collection law that allows people who are owed back child support, back maintenance, to use this really special mechanism for collecting that money. So, a little bit of background. Let's say that a person owes money to, let's just say, for example, Capital One. That's a common one. And let's say the person owes Capital One $20,000, and let's say Capital One has a judgment against the person for $20,000. Capital One has some different options. They can do wage garnishment, they can do bank garnishment, and potentially they could even put a lien on the person's house. These are all really standard collection mechanisms. If the debt is child support or maintenance, so let's say instead of owing $20,000 to Capital One, let's say that same person let's say that same person owes $20,000. Let's say it's a guy who owes $20,000 to his ex-wife. Let's say it's all unpaid maintenance. His ex-wife has some additional, she can do the same things that Capital One can do. So she can do a bank garnishment, she can put a lien on his house, things like that. But there are some additional options that are only available to her because because of the type of debt. She's owed maintenance. There's a heightened priority under a public policy that she get paid. So one of those things is what's called a support QDRO. QDRO stands for Qualified Domestic Relations Order. And many people are not familiar with this option. Many attorneys are not familiar with this option, but it's incredibly effective. So most people know that if you have a 401k, an IRA, a pension, and 403b, different type of retirement account, that generally speaking, that is beyond the reach of your creditors. Your creditors like Capital One, or say you owe Mercy Medical or any other normal creditor, those creditors can't touch your retirement account. They can't seize a portion of your retirement account. However, that's different if the person you owe is entitled to back maintenance or back child support. So the person you owe in that case could potentially file what's called a support QDRO and take a portion of your retirement account. Now, this is a separate court order, and there are really strict requirements for doing it. But if you're a person who is owed back child support or back maintenance, and maybe the person who owes you isn't working, maybe you can't find a bank account, but you do know that maybe the person, just for example, maybe the person was a union painter, and maybe the person has a retirement account, a pension through the union. And if you're owed some money, you can file a QDRO based on that, and you can get that money out of that retirement account. It's a really unique thing, really good option available in that situation.